Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? I had work to do tonight, but the meeting kind of fell through, and I found myself with a couple of hours free, and I wanted to do something relaxing that I'd find fun for once. Not that I don't find my job fun, I obviously do, but you know, I need some time to relax, and I thought it might be fun to play as some ancient German communists. Hello, chat. I am looking at you. I do have you up. Um, is everything coming through okay? I'm sure everything should be coming through okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't give me shit, chat. I know you're going to. Um, yeah. So basically, I've just in the course of the studying I do in my daily life, I ran across Caesar's. I don't know why this came to me, but I've always found this interesting. Um, Caesar's conquest of Gaul. He mentions the engagements and the war, the sort of small war he had to fight against the German tribe called the Swabi. I think it's Swabi, because I think they're the ones who gave their name to Swabia, which is a part of an area in Germany. But basically, Caesar's description of them is really fascinating. It's I've got some notes actually. I'll get it up because I don't want to miss anything. So, as you can see on Rome, I'm going to play some Rome Total Tour as we just talk shit about whatever. But yeah, so I have chosen the Swabi, the Swabos, the province of Swabia. So the interesting thing about these, so this is in 278 BC, which is fine. It's probably roughly about right. But these guys were absolute mentals, even by the standards of the ancient Germans, which were really mental by the standards of the ancient Celts, which were outright barbaric compared to the standards of the Romans, who were barbaric compared to the standards of the Greeks. So, like, these are the real sort of, like, edge of civilization, like, deep, dark wildernesses and forests and mountains of deepest, darkest, unexplored Germania. No one knows what lives out there. There's a mythical land of beasts, and the warriors have bound heads, apparently, but I don't think they did. And they use magic and all this, and this is something that Caesar had to actually call his men up on. A bunch of his lieutenants had effectively allowed these rumors about the Swabi to filter through the ranks, and Caesar was pissed. He was like, "Why are you allowing the men to believe these are unstoppable Ubermensch who use magic to win wars and stuff like this?" It's like, Jesus Christ, this is the kind of thing they believe, because everyone back then was like ultra superstitious, and so Germania was like a genuinely terrifying place. So anyway, the one of the most interesting things I thought that Caesar found about them was that they had this on the eastern side of their territory. I think it was a 600-mile dead zone, right? Because what they would do is they had 10 cantons with how many, I can't remember, 100 provinces, sorry, that sent 1,000 men a year each out to war. That wasn't obviously the entire male population. The rest stayed home. And so every year they'd raise this 100,000 man army, apparently, and just go out terrorizing everyone around them. And that's what the 600-mile dead zone was. It's just them going out in their giant 100,000 man army and just wasting everything within 600 miles and just taking it all and then, looting it. And it's like, what absolute mad lads. Like, he's just what a mental thing. Yeah, what do we do? Well, and the thing is, they did no agriculture. They only ate sort of beef and dairy products and meat from their herds. So they didn't do any farming, and basically all they did is running around. Like, they drank. They banned wine, but they did drink beer. God knows where they got the beer from. I guess they must take it off other people. But they just drunk and reveled and fought all the time, and so it's like, that's interesting. But yeah. So basically, it started getting me, thinking about playing it. So then the thing is, the really interesting thing as well. I'm playing Divide et Imperator, sorry, for Rome 2. It took me a long time to want to play Rome 2, because initially it was shite. I remember it was blobby, like, messes on the battlefield, but it's been fixed, and this mod's really good, and the AI is actually surprisingly good. And one of the things, this is like, my fifth go with the Swaby before I went live with it, because to be honest with you, I kept getting my shit kicked in, and I was like, shit, because everyone everyone's always hostile, because everyone's an angry German tribe. So I had to practice this a bit first. But I've just noticed that this army's called Feeders of Eagles. I don't really like that name very much. I think we'll call them the straight white males. Because, it's just a description. It's true. And it's all right. Okay, so I need to raise some men, clearly. Right. What? Yeah. So I'd like to play it historically accurately, but I really need the food. But I really should. I mean, maybe in this province, since this is the home province, I won't. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna have them farming. The Swabi don't farm. They take grain from other people. That's what I'll do with this one. Even though I'm going to struggle for food now, I know it. +1 wealth from agriculture. Well, fuck you. But I do get cattle farms. That's probably going to be useful. Right, so I need to get some troops. I think I'll just start with loads of archers because it's easy. Force multipliers. Yeah, so, and the turn system in Rome. God, it takes forever, doesn't it? I didn't move my spy either. No, Stefan, I do not want to bring back a German Empire. It's just, I just find them really interesting. There's, it's a long history, and they've been very different at different points. So you're going to kill 1 million people to help, right? Well, I mean, I'm not going to put an upper limit on it. I don't want to put an upper number on how many people I'm going to kill. The point is to create a vast German Empire that lays waste to everything that it wants. That's from Ian Blackford, Stingy Borbag. Oh, thanks, Calamati. And my God, he's so insufferable. I just can't stand it. It's like, Scotland didn't vote to leave. Scotland didn't vote to leave. Scotland is not an independent country, you fucking Borbag. I'll see, look at this. People are already... Right, okay, so this is interesting. That was these guys? Yes. So these are Germanic, these ones around here. I don't know whether you can actually see that. Right? Yeah, you can see that, right. So these, the Heruskos, the Rugos, the Nahan Avali, and the Bergduis, and I think there's one just up here too, yeah. These are all Germans. Fellow Germans. We Germans! And the Boii are filthy Celtic Untermensch. So the question is, why do the we Germans always attack me? I'm actually shocked that these guys haven't attacked me yet. In every attempt at this I've made, these attack almost on the first turn, so I can't believe they actually haven't. And so I'm going to just start sucking up troops because my life is actually going to depend on it. My troops are not actually very good. I mean, I don't really like pikemen very much. I used to love them in the original Rome, but I've found myself grown frustrated with the lack of tactical flexibility that they have. But the thing is, the rest of my spearmen are actually shite. So, see, these are 58 morale. These have got 53 morale. I guess I'll have to. It'll have to do for now. Just a shout out, thanks for your work, glad support. Oh, thanks, man. Learn to love your neighbours like the Christians did in Rome. Total war in a nutshell. Yeah, it is. But then I end up getting really powerful and conquering my neighbours. So, I don't know. I'm not a very good neighbour, I guess. But I do need to do some diplomacy, in fact. So, let's talk to some people. How does everyone feel about me? Right, so this means same blood, which means... Right, they can be asked to join a confederation. Right, okay. Right, so lots of fellow Germans and then the Celts. What? Right, so the Nahan Avali. Right, no, in fact, these guys, can I kind of bribe them to be my friends? Would you like to not fight? Success low, right, okay. I mean, I don't find that very surprising, but how about now? Right, okay. They are reliable too. It's good news. 2,900. Yeah, all right. Because the problem, that's right. I'm actually really happy with that, actually. Because the problem with this area over here, right? It's a nice rich city they've got, but you've got to go over this river, and it takes 3 turns to cross this fucking river, and so it's just a nightmare to sort of have to go across, especially initially because you can be attacked from all angles, as you can see. So that actually makes my life a lot easier. I wonder if any of the other wee Germans want to chill, actually, and because I'd like to conquer the boy because they've got a nice fat territory, and it'd be a nice chunk downwards, you know. So Rugos, hello, my lads.
Will have me listen to you, but do not pass the day in words without merit.
All right. Well, Jesus Christ, I haven't even opened my mouth yet. How about we don't bash each other's skulls in? Fucking, I'll even give you money. Yes. Oh, no, we can't agree to not bashing each other's skulls in.
It's nothing but a burden.
Okay, fine. I'll remember that. I don't want to have to go to the... Maybe I can ask them to go on... Well, fine, I'll go and ask these guys then. But I wanted to invade them. They're very easy access.
And all will be well.
I'm not giving you much money, though. You never have anything. I can always take you. No, you get fucked when you fight. But I do want to take out the boy. So I'm not going to ask them for anything, because they've got a habit of being really weirdly agreeable. So that's how close their capital is. Like, I've got to take that. It's just too close to me to be able to leave that alone. And I think I'm actually going to have to get some mercenaries to do it as well. Because these spearmen are incredible. Absolutely incredible. Can I not see him? Is that them? Celto-Germanic ambushes? No, that's not them. Why can't I? Fine, I'll just... Right, there we go. Yeah, melee attack 7, base morale 81. And then armor 10. I thought you had better armor than that, but base morale 81, and that's the thing that counts. They're really, really good. And anyway, that's a good unit. And I can get them in addition to just recruiting normally. Right, okay, so what do these guys have? Nothing. Look at that. Weak. If there's one thing we Germans don't tolerate, it's weakness. Sargon bribing the enemy, Obama voter confirmed. Not voter, but just methodology. So, you know. I tell you, it really does annoy me that they're sat there like the Democrats, like, oh, I give free healthcare to illegal immigrants. It's like, so you're actually offering the money, the taxpayer money to foreigners. Like, it's such a weird thing. Oh, we will give you taxpayer money from our country if you just break the law to get into the country. It's like, why the fuck would anyone agree to that? This is, 600-mile dead zone, please. I just, no, that's a really awful thing. It's awful to do that, I think. Right, okay, I think I need to have a look at the Celts. Because I really want to take them first. Because they've only got one province, but they always end up with a big bloody army. I will go for... I don't know, I suppose that... Slowly but surely. Can I build anything? No. War declared. See, we Germans can't stop fighting. What's going on? Call the fucking UN. Actually, it's probably a good thing if they fight, actually. But yeah, I do want to get the Boyai, however it's pronounced. Sargon plays DEI. Wow. Yeah, dude, I'm a fucking nerd, aren't I? Like I've always been a nerd, but the more I work, the more everyone's like, right, okay, now you've got to groom yourself and lose some weight and work out. And it's like, fine, I'll do all of these things. Fuck off. I hate them. Honestly, I'm doing this keto diet, right? And I've been really strict for the past 6 days or so. I haven't really lost anything, but I haven't gained anything, so that's a start. And I've just been totally disciplined. And my wife left some chocolate on the side the other day. So if you don't know the keto diet, you can't eat anything sugar. So that's carbohydrates, that's sugars, anything like that. So your diet's really restricted in variety, but it's quite broad in depth of one or two things. But basically, it's I don't know if I could actually eat sugar at the moment because it actually would, I think, make me feel weird. The other day, in fact, just before the fucking debate with Vorsh, actually, I the whole day I've been having major sugar cravings. Like I felt like I began smoking again because I felt like I needed to smoke. That's how bad it was. Like total, like it felt like nicotine withdrawals, but because I haven't had sugar in like a week or so. Because normally I like having, I'll have dinner, fairly sensible dinner, and I have like a small amount of sweet stuff, and that's a nice meal, but it's not good for you obviously. But like sugar itself, man, I really am viewing it more and more as an addictive drug. Like I didn't realize I would feel so antsy and just withdrawn about it. I know, like it, like the I'm unironically, you could feel like I could feel like hot flushes on my skin, but since then I feel normal again, and I've not lost any energy or anything like that. So I expected to like feel listless or something, but I really don't. I actually feel really good. I feel really quite upbeat about things. So I'm surprised how much sugar affects your diet. But this is the thing. The ancient Greeks really put a lot in the diet that a person has, regulating their moods and stuff like that. And doctors would prescribe diets and say, well, look, eat this, 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 and this for however long, and then you'll, whatever this particular ailment will be gone. So there probably is something to it. I don't see why there wouldn't be. But I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready to do my duty to the tribe. How's the volume on this, by the way, chaps? Hopefully, I thought it was okay, but yeah, put cream in your tea. I have unironically got cream in my tea. It's weird because it's richer, but it's a bit more bitter because milk is actually a little bit sweet. So you've got to try not to have milk. It's not the end of the world if you do, but it's like you should probably try not to. So I've actually got cream in my tea at the moment, and it's weird, but it's not bad. I don't dislike it or anything. But yeah, it's really strange though. Like you can't really eat in very many places anymore. So you can go out to a steak joint and stuff because you can eat as much fat as you like essentially. So you can go out and get steaks and stuff. So you can still go out. You just can't eat anything with carbs in it. And I fucking love carbs, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's not the. I mean, like I miss sandwiches at this point. I'd kill for a sandwich. But I've been so disciplined about this. I want this. I'm not gonna give in. Bit low could be slightly louder. Okay, I'll turn up a little bit. Sorry, I wasn't too sure how well it'd mix or anything. So go for that. See if that's right. Yeah, I want to be good this year. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm not a vain guy, but I keep seeing pictures of myself. And I'm like, oh fuck's sake, I'm so fat. And I don't care, but like people commenting, oh fuck's sake, And so it's like, right, okay, fat shaming works. I'll lose some weight. Fuck you. Well, why would I research Celtic fields? Proud German fields, German engineering. Right, so I'm going to have to go down there and BTFO them. There's a good chance that won't happen, frankly. So, I am concerned. But I'm almost ready. I was kind of hoping their war with the Lugos would heat up a bit. But I think the straight white males can do it. I think that's their raison d'etre. Oh, technology. Oh, that's useful. What do I even need? What have we got here? I've got... -1 upkeep cost for armies. That's nice. But... The hell is... I can't even see what that is. Okay. Or... banditry. Or... farms, or culture, or growth. I'll definitely go for some growth. Right, next turn, you're fucked, mateys. Right, let me just get back to where I was with the chat. Man, Sky will fall in 3 days. Yeah, it's coming in there. You can feel the momentum of it. It's like fucking. The thing is, the deal is not going to be that great. We are, we're in. It is going to be like a uncertain times, and there will be drawbacks, setbacks, and things like that. But I am actually genuinely feeling very confident about things at the moment. As long as nothing obvious, like nothing deeply unlikely happens, then everything is looking fairly good at the moment, isn't it? You know, like I put on my Telegram the other day. There was an article I put out. It was written by a German. He's just like, I'm just looking at Europe and thinking I want to be out of this as well, because this kind of looks like a dying project, and it looks like Germany and France and Italy and the Netherlands are going to have a lot of burden after Britain leaves, and the whole thing is starting to stall. You know, Germany's economy is stalling. France is wild at the moment, man, and it's been wild for months. It's genuinely crazy how much unrest there is across Europe, and the Brits are doing their part by just being like, right, okay, we'll just be on our own. You know, like the German economy is not doing very well, and they're looking at us and thinking, shit, they're about to do really well. And in this article, the guy calls out, it's like, because we're so obsessed with regulation, and it is. It's like, let's regulate. Like, seriously, when I went to the European Union, I keep saying it, but it was just the thing that struck me the hardest was when one of the MEPs told me that today they'd spent the day regulating the length of candle wicks. And I'm like, that is not your job. Like, that is the candle maker's job. How long do I want my candle wicks? It's just not an issue. Like, these fucking professional legislators are cancer. And the thing is, you can see it since Tony Blair came in. The amount of legislation that gets passed is actually quite wild. But yeah, basically this guy was looking at Britain and thinking, well, these guys look like they're going to have some fun, and everyone on the continent feels like Europe is dying. You know, it's a sort of slow death of it, sort of as it shrinks into itself. Its best days are behind it, and all that kind of thing. But yeah, it's sad stuff. Oh, I love the reaction to Joe Rogan endorsing Bernie, or not even endorsing Bernie, just saying I'm going to vote for Bernie because. I absolutely love that. Like, the wokerati spurging out about this is priceless. Go after Joe Rogan. He already is very dubious about you. Yeah, he talks to people from all across the spectrum, and you guys seem like wild lunatics. Go and act like wild lunatics at him. Go on, do that. That's such a good idea. I can't even begin to describe how much I would pay you to do that if you weren't already doing it for free. You know, like, go ahead, you fucking loons. They have no idea that, like, being politically pure means nothing when it comes to the ballot. It means absolutely nothing. Like, it's so crazy that they think the correct politics will win. That's not how people work. Like, everyone going, oh yeah, Bernie could win the nomination, then he's sure to beat Trump. Dude, Bernie is going to get fucking crushed by Trump. I think that what will happen with Bernie and Trump will be literally a mirror image of what happened with Boris and Corbyn. Bernie can obviously be painted as the worst kind of communist. There is just too much surrounding him. His campaign staff talking about gulags and, you know, if you don't love me at my most communist, then you don't deserve me at my most anarchist and stuff like that. Think boomer parent types. They, you know, the largest vote share of the age demographics, right? They hear a sniff of the word communist or socialist or anything associated, and they'll be like, no, un-American, get out, because they lived through the fucking Cold War. Like, seriously, Tim did a video today, the statistics. 50% of Americans just flat out say they won't vote for a socialist. Bravo, America. Last red-pilled country in the fucking world. You know, seriously, bra fucking vote. And that's the thing. Like, Trump can just have Bernie praising the Soviet Union, playing on every TV all the time. All of his campaign funds can go to Bernie, praising the fucking commune, the Soviets, the Cubans, the whoever, you know, like, all of these terrible regimes. And that could just be Trump's campaign. They would destroy him in the mind of the person who's not in our political bubble. Because this is the problem with the online Bernie and activists of general, any stripe, is that it's not representative of real life. It's a really self-selected group of people, and it's one of those things where it's like it will literally be like with Boris and Trump, Boris and Corbyn, where just the twat waving the flag and the guy who seems to be waving a communist flag that's what the general vision from the public will be. a guy that they can at least trust to be on, on the side of America, even if he's a prat, even if he's awful, versus a guy who praises the Soviet Union. Like, it's not a very difficult choice for most, like, boomer Republican types. So anyway, that's a prediction from me. Predictions generally are not very reliable at the moment, but I'm just looking at the dynamics and thinking that, like, I didn't really think it was going to go as badly for Corbyn as it went. Like, I'm actually genuinely thrilled, and if anything, it kind of bolsters the archetype theory of politics that I'm working on at the moment. And essentially, if I'm correct about this theory that people are voting for their gut for like the sort of totemic symbols of the countries that they're in, the sort of traditional symbols, Donald Trump is actually a pretty traditional symbol of America in many ways, and Boris is a pretty traditional symbol of England. And I think that that's what people are voting for. And if I'm right, then essentially this is why I would predict Trump actually winning a pretty sizable landslide. But I mean, I could be completely wrong. All predictions are absolutely worthless at these points because, I mean, predictions are worthless at the best of times, I think, to be honest with you. So many people have been so wrong for so long now. I'm just like, well, whatever. And I shouldn't be bothered about making predictions. Everyone fucking makes wrong predictions, don't they? But like, I've really been thinking about this a lot, and I really wonder if there's something to it. I think there might be. And apparently I'm declaring war on this person. Faction rises? Where? In India or Iran? Oh, that's very interesting. Thanks for telling me. How do I find my way home? Right, okay, worried about that. Top of my list of priorities. What the fuck? Okay, fine. In fact, I might, since I have some free food, raise another army. -1 empire maintenance sounds good, actually. That does sound useful too. What is this crazy stack of abilities? +3 upkeep for all land units. +2 upkeep for all land units. -2 upkeep for all land units. Okay. Okay. What a strange collection of stuff. Not really that great, actually, either. What's this guy? Alright, fine. It costs 0, so... And I can put him on a horse, so it's fine. Here's a story about the Germanic cavalry, right? From when... Now, since I remind myself of this... so Caesar is having his campaign in Germania against the Suebi. And at one point... He's got about 4,000 to 5,000 like Gallic and Roman horse, and they're in Germania, they're in the forest and stuff, and they come across 800 Suebi cavalry, and they're dismounted and they're doing something like bathing or something like that, right? And the Suebi cavalry notice them, get on the not even get on the horses actually, if I recall correctly, but just literally run up to their horses and start stabbing their horses in the stomach. Now this is actually quite antithetical to like ancient warfare generally, as far as I'm aware. I know that the Assyrians would kill a man who killed a horse on the battlefield, and I have a feeling that there were these kind of prescriptions on horse killing in many other cultures because the horses were so incredibly valuable. And so you didn't just butcher horses on the battlefield because that's a good horse. It's like burning Ferraris or something. These are really expensive things. But the Suebi just ran in and just knifing into the horses' bellies and stuff. And, the Romans, or the Celts or whoever, start falling off the horses and getting shanked and stuff like that. And then suddenly, like, these 800 guys on foot just break this 4,000 strong regiment of Roman horse and end up chasing them. They get on their horses and then they just chase them all the way back to the body of the army, the main camp, where, Caesar's got like, I don't know, 80,000 soldiers or whatever. And then they just turn around and go home. It's like, fucking hell. Shows you the importance of morale, doesn't it? If you start getting spooked on the battlefield, then it's all over. It's absolutely all over. And I was really hoping they'd come out and fight me, but I think I'm gonna just. Can I even waddle back? Am I stuck? Have I been disabled by something? I have no idea, but I can't move apparently. Ooh, my king has become obsessive. Okay, but that's not. Well. I mean, he's not terrible. I've had worse kings, probably. Oh, yeah, the impeachment, man. Wait, unseasonal conditions. It's snowing. So this is what global warming has done to us. But yeah, the impeachment is amazing. Watching them, that 2 hour testimony from the lawyer. Oh, nice. I can't remember the guy's name. Just whoever Trump's lawyer was. And they spent 2 days setting up their arguments, saying, "Oh, we're this blah 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 blah." I didn't even bother watching it. It was I see the headlines going past. I'm like, right, okay, yeah, they're bitching and moaning. They've got nothing, and so it just stands up 2 hours, just dismantles everything they said. They couldn't have known that there couldn't be anything. He didn't ban it for just this one place. He did it for all these other places, and it's just like, fuck. Their case was just ruined. It was just just a wreckage. It's like literally dismantling a car and just laying it all out and then pointing to the components of the car and what's broken about them, whatever. It's just like, Jesus, like, embarrassingly bad. Embarrassingly bad. And for the Democrats, and it's like, why did you make this happen? Like, you controlled all of this, you fucking idiots, you fucking morons. What are you doing? Oh God, like, I'm feeling a lot more confident about Trump winning now, I have to say, after watching what's going on, like, and after having seen how Corbyn failed with Trump, and then watching who was it that came out? Bernie Sanders is tweeting non-stop how borders are immoral and stuff like this now. He's totally backtracked, completely reversed on that now. He's totally open borders. Every kind of border patrol is now evil, blah, blah, blah. It's like, right. So Bernie is doing exactly the same as Corbyn did and setting himself up to be the advocate of foreigners and saying, hey, make me the president of America. I will govern for non-Americans. Bravo. Brilliant strategy. Fucking 10 out of 10. I'm sure you're going to win. I'm sure you're going to absolutely win ever and ever, because that's what the average American is thinking. How can I save the world? That's what they're thinking. What about the foreigners in their countries? How can I make their lives better? I'm just a working Joe, but I tell you what, I'm so concerned about making Nicaraguans' lives so much better. Maybe we shouldn't have borders. Borders are actually immoral bullshit. Come on. Like, Trump's just he has actually built some amount of border wall as well, as I understand it. So it's like, I realise I haven't invaded anywhere yet either. I'm being rather conservative about all this. But yeah, so it's just like, what are you doing? You absolute mongs! Like, this weird drive to the extreme, like, that nobody asked for. That's nice. Having 4 of these bad boys is very nice. But yeah, no one asked for this, and it's progressive activists, radical progressives, are less than 10% of the population generally when polled. That's what you find, and so this is a real fringe that are driving the Democrats into off the cliff. And AOC is literally like Ash Sarkar is in Britain. They believe the same things, and they want the same things, and they're doing the same things to their party, using their status as like an ethot, I guess, to get where they want to go. And yeah, it's not going to end well for them at the ballot box. I'm booming as Germany. I don't know if I am booming. It's Rome Total War, Divide et Imperator. Sorry, I've been ranting and raving about things that have been on my mind, but weren't worth like full videos or anything. I didn't feel there's enough there for a proper video, but it's just stuff that's been on my fucking mind. It's right, okay, so recruit champion. I'm sure I can do that, as somehow I'm still in credit, and I'm sure a champion would be useful. What have we got here? Ooh. Unit experience gained. -2 upkeep for all land units. +2 morale. And 5% melee attack, but bleh. That's not too bad either. -3 land unit recruitment cost. 2 replenishment rate. Oh, -4 upkeep. That was lots more experience gained though. Morale. No, I'm going to go for this bad girl. She knows what she's doing. Right, and what we're going to do is I'm going to slap the Celts. I can't imagine the other Germans will invade me if I go beat up some Celts. That's how I feel about it. Also, I'm going to get slightly firmer infantry where possible. These are quite expensive, actually. Well, not too expensive, but 154 a turn upkeep. So, let me see if I can get rid of some of these guys, because they're not particularly impressive, are they? Sorry, I'm going to get to the super chats now. I know I've missed them. We're all going to die from the coronavirus. The West won't even ground flights and close the borders. It's treason. Well, I mean, how deadly is it? Because I saw a report the other day, a news report that it seemed about as deadly as like the flu. So people with weak immune systems were vulnerable to it and stuff like this. But then I've seen like all of these other videos coming out that it seems like the Chinese government's suppressing how bad it is. So I don't know, how bad things are. But I think the fact that the Wuhan or whatever it is, the Viral Research Institute, and Neo Unrealist, who's a channel you should check out, Neo Unrealist, he's been doing good work. And if he's a fucking Nazi, then I didn't know. Okay, like he puts up videos about topics rather than ideology, and so I don't know what his actual politics are really. But he does good work as far as I can see, and he went through a bunch of the studies that lab have released, and apparently it's the same virus that has escaped, and it's just one of these things. I say escaped because the first incident was like 30 minutes away on the subway in this thing. So I think people blaming the bats is a bit of a meme. I mean, to me, it looks like this is probably something they were experimenting with that got out. I mean, let's fucking be real here, right? No, I don't trust the Chinese government. I mean, I'm even sat here thinking, well, they get to knock off they isolate 18 different cities now. There's this. Who knows what the Chinese government are doing? Like, they've just extended Xi Jinping's term limits to infinite, haven't they? They've got this social credit score. I don't know what kind of levels of control they're imposing in their country. So I'm not going to sit here and say that they've done nothing wrong or anything. I'm suspicious of the Chinese government. I am afraid. And the Chinese government will just have to be offended by that fact, I guess. But I just don't really trust them, is what I'm saying. And I don't see why anyone should. I mean, they are the modern Nazis. They are actually genociding people. Like, as far it's just awfulness around the world going on, and there's nothing that we can do about it. But anyway, you need to talk about 5G. Boris is about to fuck up right out of the gate. I don't know anything about 5G. That's the thing. And there are too many subjects that you have to become experts in. Like with the climate change, like the climate science stuff and 5G. It's not my field of expertise, man. I don't know anything about it. I hope there are other people who do though. Am I working out? Yeah, I go rock climbing. In fact, I'm going tomorrow with my friend. Thanks, loyal suspect. My Senate Washington State just overruled the will of the people's veto, refusing a woke affirmative action bill. There is an equity task force backed by my governor, and Dem opportunists ran by SJWs of the evergreen flavour. That's bad. If for anyone who doesn't know, that's mental. Well, this is the thing. Like, Lulu Vi reckons this is clown decade. It's hard to argue with that, man. It's probably gonna be. Since it's just me, I'm just gonna have to drink my double cream tea. No, it's only single cream actually. But I'm honestly, I've got loads of fucking friends. I've always had loads of friends. I'm so not used to my tea with cream in, man. Like, I miss milk already. I only just started putting cream in it. It's not bad actually. I'm sure I'll get used to it. Quickly take over the Brits before they Brexit and reform the empire. Man, you know what's good about fucking Brexit, right? We don't get Article 13. It was rejected by the government. Like, here they fucking come. I fucking told you. You absolute traitors. I want to go and beat up the boy eye. And look at this. Who the fuck is this? The Gutonis. The fuck are you doing here? This is why this is such a difficult campaign. Right, I'm gonna have to go and fucking own someone here, aren't I? What was I saying? Yeah, so Article 13, not our fucking problem. Thank Christ. But yeah, good luck, Europe. You know, they're doing this to you. We said this was a bad idea. That's all. Who knows where this is? Jeez, that's all we could do. I'm the blind woman you met in London. You call me a fucking religious zealot on Twitter. Time to burn you, tie you to my cane of penance. What? Did I call you a religious? Why would I call you a religious zealot on Twitter? I'm not on Twitter. Why bother with Vorsh when he's a bad faith actor? So other people can see that he's a bad faith actor. Like, I can't believe a communist is actually standing on the platform of, yes, I know this will make the poorest workers in society poorer, but the rest of us will benefit. Like, what? I mean, okay, whatever, you know. But it's okay that he's a bad faith actor. People can see that. Hey Sargon, when Susan goes on EFAP in 2 weeks, you're going to try and get some questions to her. Man, I tell you what, if she did, I definitely would. I'd super chat those questions in very happily. So, Susan, why? What did we ever do to you? What the fuck is this? What? Wait. Votive offering. I should have fucking read that. Well, do I have to do anything here? Right, okay. Hostile governor. Bribed to my side, tried to discredit or assassinate. I think I'll just bribe him. It's just easier. This is how the Brits formed the empire, man. We're just like, hey, do you want some money? +2 local order. But it is better to have a lion. But yeah, that's essentially the history of the British Empire in a nutshell. We have money. Alright, what the fuck is going on? I need a total shutdown of immigration until we can figure out what's going on. Stern border defense, that's what we need. What happened to my spy? He's over here, isn't he?
Yes.
It just occurred to me that these guys don't have a name. These are the Warfather. Right, chat, what should I call this army? I'll wait for a second to allow chat to catch up. Hey man, lovely channel. Sorry YouTube is so shit. Been trying to pursue my own creative ideas. Any suggestions? Don't waste people's time. That's the only suggestion I have. Make what you're doing worthwhile clicking on. Mods are Divider Imperata. Yeah, chat. What am I going to call this guy? Keto plus IF is insane. Know a guy who lost like 100 pounds in 4 months. Fucking hell. Didn't even recognize him. Keep out. Marx as a Kraut, answer the German question, IRL. Yeah, totally agree. The meme lords. Keg Liberation Front. Yeah, Keg Liberation Front. I'll do that. Right. Right. Okay. Let's see. I want one of them to attack me. Like I feel the AI will be on my side with the other ones if they attack me and I'm not attacking them. Or if I attack a foreigner. North FC. Yeah. The next one I raise will be North FC. Good shout. Good shout. I can never catch you due to time zones. Cheers from Canada. Fuck the French. Oh, but you got some French Canadians. Congrats on your independence. Thank you very much. When are you recording the Germany Must Perish audiobook? Yes, I probably said that would be funny, actually. Oh, right. Did you know? I looked this up the other day just out of interest. Apparently racism.com is available to buy. It just costs 130 grand. Which is why whoever bought it, originally has, selling it on for more. Because it's like a recognizable and commonly used English word. But I tell you what, right? Owning racism.com, that could actually be really funny. Like, not only could we put up our own, we could just have racism.com and then the definition of what we think the definition of racism is. And they would definitely take that as a provocation. I think they would very much recognize that racism.com, if it just said, I don't know, there's this thing of racism like Jesse Lee Peterson or something like that. You'd be like, that, oh, you know. Or you could put up, like, you know, a reasoned argument. So, look, this is why, you know, this thing is not that thing. And basically, the people who are getting themselves locked up probably shouldn't be committing those crimes. Because even if you say, well, this is systemic, structural, institutional systems, well, if you've just killed someone, we've still got to put you in jail. Like, let's assume that it's like, oh, God, the system's rigged against him. Yeah, but he's killed someone. He has to go to jail because he might kill someone else. Because he's the kind of guy who'll kill people. We know because he just murdered this dude. Like, and this keeps happening where they're getting let out and released and whatnot, and they kill someone else or do whatever it is. And it's like, well, there we go. You just have to do it. You can't pretend like this is optional because it's not fucking optional. What do I even want here? I'll give it Zeal. What does Zeal even do in this game? Like, these non-specific things, man. Right. Okay. Let's be honest. I don't have the force to just storm in here. Yeah, morale isn't that great, I suppose, but I don't know.
Thirsty for battle.
Look at these just ugly shits just sat there.
Oh, Father, be praised.
Okay, I can do it in one turn.
Ready for orders.
Okay, I'm going to give it a go. Get some mercs.
On the move, lads.
Oh no.
Is there nothing else?
Right.
Warriors all.
All or nothing. Yeah, we're declaring war. Fuck you, that's why.
Let them cower before.
Fucking North FC coming kicking South FC. Oh, fuck, see? That's what I mean. Maybe I'll just wait and hopefully they'll come out. And hopefully I have enough money to wait out the siege. I have a funny feeling they'll come out, and that's better for me generally, I would say. Fuck. Bless me. We will also need religious buildings, because we need to spread some German culture around here. The problem that the boy I have is with foreign culture. The Swaby. Their factional trait, the negative factional trait in this is foreign cultures, which is fucking accurate. Like when Caesar arrives in Gaul and there we go. And see, I told you about it. And he encounters the Swaby. They've conquered an area of Gaul. They've defeated a group of Gallic tribes, conquered a chunk of Gaul on the west side of the Rhine, and settled 120,000 Germans in it. So it's a colonial endeavour. The Swabian imperial, the Swabian reign area that they control. So yeah, this is an imperial endeavour. We're going to colonise people, and we need the tools for that. If we're going to colonise people properly, like the Celts, and it's not racist because they're really white, then we're going to need ways of making them realise they're not Celts. We'll subvert them. But what is a Celt really? These are the new Celts. Oh dear. Oh, I'm going to be in so much trouble. Right, okay, what do we... It's not bad, actually. That's actually not that bad at all. Hopefully...
Berserkers!
Just a bit further back up, actually. Yeah, yes, excellent. My allies get to come on this side. That's very useful. End Swabian privilege.
Have arrived.
It's Celtic privilege, man. They've been oppressing the Germans for such a long time. Basically, they're racists, okay? All Celts are racist. They benefit from systemic Celtic privilege through Celtic supremacist structures. They've been marginalising Germans for millennia. It's the worst thing that's ever happened on Earth until this point, frankly. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. German culture. You mean the enemies of civilization? Yes, but now that I'm playing as the Germans, I suddenly realise that non-Germans are the enemy of civilization. It's amazing. Now I understand why the Germans can't not invade places.
We hunger for blood and battle!
Do I want 2 units of cavalry? 2 separate, like, groups? Or do I want one super powerful group? I probably should. Probably go, should go for 2 units. What's this? This is the general. These are the generals, right? God, this music's soothing. Considering I'm about to go into a battlefield. Fucking panpipes. Fuck. What's going on here? Prussians got to him. Yeah, exactly. Where's the music gone? Oh, it goes suddenly quiet now. The Celts are on the horizon. Dun dun dun. Alright, what's going on here, lads? What are we? Light infantry? Yeah. Super, yeah. Yeah, fucking got your fucking number, Sonny Jim. Probably a bit too far over.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
I had hidden units? What? Where? Well, here, huh?
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Oh, look at these fucking shits. How about you piss off and come at the line where I wanted you to come at? That's how it has to be.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Look, stop telling me that. Holy fuck. Can I mute you?
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Okay, I think about here's fine, lads.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Dude, shut. How do I kill you? Text only. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Just stop talking, Jesus. Christ on a bike, okay. It's a lot of little bastards, isn't there? Oh, shit. Okay. Get them all committed so I can start smashing their fucking archers. Stop shooting my guys! Oh my god. That can't be much fun. Holy fuck. Okay, guys, go again. What? Was that the world's gayest charge? What was this? I'm seeing a lot of them routing from the front, which is nice. Oof. You guys really took a pounding there, didn't you? But good men for not running. Fucking these mercenaries worth their weight in gold. I'll tell you that. They just took a hefty brunt here. If they were just the regular infantry I've got, they would have routed long before. Chuck sticks at them. That's a lot of Germanic warfare actually. Chucking sticks at people. Oh, see, look, these dudes about to fucking rout. Can you rally? You can rally, actually. Whoa. Right, okay. getting a bit nerve-wracking on this fucking side, actually. Brown trousers time. Yes, run away, you little shits. Get those little stick chuckers. Look, don't just stand there while they're chucking sticks at you. Ah, fuck. See, this is what I mean. Light infantry, man. Not even once. That's the rule. Ultra heavy infantry or nothing. So this is why I normally, when I'm playing Total War, I normally play the Greeks, right? Because I fucking love hoplites. I love ultra heavy infantry who can just stand there for days. It's wonderful. Go get them, boys. It's not what I asked for, is it? Fuck is going on here? It's absolute chaos. You know, there have been multiple battles where people start fighting their own friends. There's one in, I think it's the Battle of Karen Sabi or something, that effectively a battle broke out despite there not being any enemies. And I think it was a Hungarian army that routed itself. And then there's the Battle of Delium, where the Athenian hoplite phalanx advances on the Boeotian enemy, and they all run away except for one city-state called the Thespians, from Thespiae. And this is a trait that the Thespians just have, apparently. It's just standing to the fighting to the death for no apparent reason. Because they didn't actually have to stand there and get killed, but they did anyway. And the Athenian line ends up bending around them because the Thespians only have like 600 men. And so the Athenians come shield facing each other on the other side and start fighting. It's like, oh shit. Because it turns out that so much of what you end up fighting on the battlefield is actually not based on the way you're dressed. It's just based on what's in front of you. But I tell you what, battles must have been fucking tense affairs. No, I want to... Jesus. Go and kill these. Start getting distracted by just talking. What are we doing? Right. Go over there and do some damage. And if you're out of ammo, just pile on in. We're not too shy here to get our hands dirty. Man, I tell you what, speaking of getting your hands dirty, right, I watched David Starkey discussing the history of art and how art effectively legitimized itself as an art, because it doesn't seem like before art really was considered legitimately to be what we consider art, like painting and stuff. It was something manual, it's something you did with your hands. And so it was considered like what he calls the sordid arts, and then you've got the liberal arts, which are the arts literally of liberty, of free men to be able to think with their minds. And these are not done with your hands, these are done with your mind. You know, it's like philosophy, mathematics, physics, all this sort of stuff. You know, these were all considered like the liberal arts. I don't think I'm going to bother chasing them down, but man, that was not a bad victory at all. Oh, close. I felt like I had that in the bag. I did lose 2,500 men, Jesus. But I had nearly 6. But I mean, that's a terrible victory. But anyway, yeah, and so his distinction between like the liberal and the sordid, arts is interesting. And sordid's got a negative connotation now, but it means just working with your hands. And the painters had to bridge this gap because obviously you paint with your hands. So it's one of those things that apparently they had to prove. And he cites some 18th century artist about it. And then goes on to talk about Dada and how he's literally an anti-art movement. There's no such thing as an artist. It's very postmodern, in the 70s or whatever in France. And I think he's right. All bad ideas come from France, but I think the corollary of that is that they're weaponized in Germany. But yeah, really, really good stuff. I just find it a fascinating dichotomy. Sorry, I know I've missed loads of these because I was playing. American Nationalist. I have hard disagreements with the coverage and analysis of the Soleimani assassination. Would you be willing to hear out my criticism? If so, how can I contact you? You can email me. And you're free to have disagreements. Opinion on the Kung Flu? Probably created by the Chinese scientists and escaped from a lab. But who knows? I better hire an important character. That sounds important. Right, okay, I'm actually quite pleased with that page. What have they got left? Right, probably not that much.
What would you have of me?
Can you kill this guy? No, you could subvert him. We won't subvert yet. Hold the subversion. Right, I'm just gonna see what I've got left. When all is tallied up. Oh wait. Because I don't think it's all that much that I've actually got left really when I think about it.
Starting out to the halls of heroes.
I mean, I may as well buy some more mercenaries since they're available. And upgrade the Keck Liberation Front. See, look, I'm running my armies on a budget, okay? The first thing you get is cost lower. -1 upkeep, that's what you want. Okay, that's not awful chances, I suppose. Do I want to siege them from it? Isn't going to be easier. I mean, this will be quicker. It's probably. Yeah, I think I'll continue the siege for a bit. I don't know. Thanks. Let's get some more siege engines. What? Oh, fuck off. Alright, fine. Yeah, I don't know what I was talking about. It's just forgotten off the top of my head. But I tell you what, I learned today that the 1951 census hasn't been released, and I can't get it out of my head. I want to know why. Why won't they release this? Like, why is the earliest one that you can find 2001? Really gets a noggin jogging. I don't know how much weight you've lost, but you do look a lot healthier, better complexion, so keep it all up. Oh, thanks very much. I don't think I've lost any weight. I've been weighing myself every day. I've lost 0.1 of a stone, whatever that is. So normally it was on like 16 dead, and now it's 15, 13, and on the scale. So that's gone down, very small amount, but something. But I'm glad I look healthier. I put it down to eating all the nuts, not macadamia nuts, peanuts, not peanuts either. The fucking what am I talking about? Hazelnuts, pecans, and walnuts are all very low in carbs apparently, so I've got them, and I happen to all really like these, so I can just nom on them. And I think there's something about like the fact that they're full of, I don't know, unsaturated fats or something that's good for you. I don't fucking know anything about dieting or anything, but I can't help but feel that these are the sort of things that the early humans would have had access to, and therefore would have evolved to. Oh wait, I was still waiting. Would have evolved to eat like fish and stuff like this. All really good for you. Hey Sargon, question: isn't the Brexit deal pretty much the same as May's offer deal? No, there are some significant differences. It's not great though. I'm not thrilled with it, but I am thrilled that we will officially and legally be out of the European Union. And, you know, from that, I see it as a process, to be honest. And from that point, we can drive harder, you know. And if, you know, who knows that deals can't be renegotiated or anything like that at any point. I've always been anti-Brexit because I don't want my country, Netherlands, to pick up the burden. Man, I'm sorry. Nexit now, you know. We did it, mate. God Emperor was wrong. We'll never get tired of winning. Lord Protector Starkey's spirit energizes Boris and Trump. Old Hickory and Cromwell smile upon us. Millennial thoughts be damned. Man, I've seen a lot of thought patrolling going on recently, and it's not bad because, like, you know, the internet is awash with attention-seeking women who are also trying to get money out of you, and it's like, oh, like, come on. Like, you know, you what? And the thing that annoys me about it, right? There is something to it that's actually quite negative, because it is genuinely like young women abusing their power over men when they're young and attractive. They are abusing a power there, and I think they are aware that this is influence that they uniquely have. And I do think that we probably shouldn't be oh yeah, Jesus. Oh, you sons of bitches.
Retreat!
Right, fine. We will come back later on after we've sorted this out.
We can't do that.
What do you mean you can't do that? Why can't you do that?
Getting on our way.
Okay,
That is
that's
impossible.
concerning.
Share fire.
But yeah, young women know what they're doing, and they know what guys are interested in because guys probably aren't very subtle. Your recent video on Ash Sarkar has solidified my opinion that she looks like a scrawny, dirty goblin communist with a long nose and long tails, which doesn't have a long nose, long nails, sorry, and the long nails are fake. Ebola, much like the coronavirus, is spawned by the consumption of bushmeat like simians and bats. Yeah, but this one really does look like it was like escaped from the lab. Like, actually, you know, there seems to be some significant evidence. When will those prats and thoughts realise we value our traditions and institutions because they brought us to where we are? Never, because commies are iconoclasts. Yeah, they've got a revolutionary new order for the world that they want to implement, and therefore all of the other orders are a threat to that. So you have to get rid of it. The impeachment has been hilarious to watch, just as a bunch of Democrats who are either people belonging in a retirement home or a bunch of young people who need lithium. Then there's Trump. Yeah, I know, right? I'm a lot more worried about Biden than I am Bernie. I really mean this. And I know that the sort of the Bernie cultists I've watched. I don't say cultists. That's a meme, but like, I'm all for them rising up against Joe Biden. I think that's a great idea. Because I don't want Joe Biden to be the nominee. Because you can't just call him a fucking communist. You know, you can't just, like, he will sound, and this is what people think. People, right, we've got to remember that in our little, like, Politico bubble, where we follow politics all the time, and so we're always up on the latest gaffe that Joe Biden has enacted and things like this. We've got to remember that literally most people are not in this bubble. And so what that means is when Joe Biden does something stupid, that's not in the evening news report that they're watching on their TVs. You know, be like, what's the issue on this? And then cuts Joe Biden saying, well, I think we shouldn't invade Iraq or whatever. No, in fact, sorry, I'll take that back. Well, I think we should invade Iraq. Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction, bloody, 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 blah. That's what they see and take away from it. And Biden is good at looking like a normal American. Like, they remember him from Obama. He wasn't particularly controversial. He's very, you know, corporate, you know, very polished. He knows how to be a modern politician. That's all he's been for a long time. So he will seem reassuring to them, I think, especially in comparison to Bernie, and hopefully not in comparison to Trump. But I'm genuinely more worried about him. I think it's the normie vote that swings it. The politicos are convinced on either side, so I think Biden is more appealing to normies than crazy communist Bernie. Ooh, we need bread lines. Bread lines are actually a good thing. I mean, put that on fucking TV, Trump. Just put that on TV. Bread lines are a good thing. Bernie Sanders. I went to the Soviet Union. Their palaces of culture and tyranny is good. Bernie Sanders. You know, like, the state-directed culture sounds like hell to me, to be honest. It sounds awful. I can't even... I mean, I think that's what political correctness is. So, just fuck me, man. I can't understand how anyone can be looking at this and thinking, oh, solid choice. Bernie's going to save us all. No, Bernie's not. No, it's too much, man. It's all too much. If he wasn't surrounded by communists in his campaign, I probably wouldn't be so damning of him, to be honest. I'd probably, well, I mean, he's got, like, at least, fairly... And when I mean, I really mean that as well. Like, if he had... I mean, people like Shoe on Head's followers, right? I'm sure a lot of Shoe on Head's followers are not actual communists. I'm sure they're just like, we want some social welfare schemes like Scandinavia. We don't hate capitalism. We're not here for revolution. If he was surrounded by people like that, I'd be like, okay, that's fine. He's not a crazy radical, actually. But the opposite is true. Like, he actually is surrounded by crazy radicals. That's like, right, okay, no. To me, that's a total no. I mean, I don't need to. I know what these people would do. They would sit there justifying how great gulags are and how people should be sent to them. Do an event with Danks in Manchester for North FC, London's for South FC, and Lefty Pufters. I know it is, but we can't get any venues. North FC are fucking cucked to South FC's press. They literally bend the fucking... Oh, fucking hell. See, this is what I mean about getting railed in this. They literally bend the knee. They go, oh no, God, is someone going to be offended? Sorry. We didn't mean to do something fun. So yeah, find us the venues, man. With the Minds IRL event in Milwaukee by the DNC convention receiving little promotion, I'm curious, is it too early to get a read for this? Is it best praised early? What are your thoughts on that? Well, it's not for like 8 months or something, isn't it? So, I don't know. I just hadn't thought about it. But yeah, I'll be attending the Minds IRL event again this year, probably, I think. When Merkel establishes the Fourth Reich, officially Boris will be a good candidate to perform the fusion dance with Trump to combat the crowds. Enjoy your content, enjoy watching you getting more red pill 3 years. Graduate to the black wine of subjugation with us older right-wingers. No, I don't think I will. I'm quite happy where I am, actually. Read Harbingers of Magic, my favourite fantasy adventure, available digitally on... Oh, read, sorry, not read. Harbingers of Magic, my favourite adventure comic digitally available on Amazon. There's better be a Comicsgate thing. Chad Legionary versus Virgin Hoplite. Yeah. Chad a Germanic Warrior. I'm going to get caned in this one, by the way. I haven't talked about the Swaby as much as I'd wanted to. I literally made loads of fucking notes. It's just I have to read through these super chats. I don't want to leave any. You think your theory on people voting based on their traditions is in contrast to efforts on creating collectives like the EU and Obama? I think it's a response to those things. I think this is a direct response to those things to assert the kind of national character. UBI, my best relationships are all voluntary, and how much abuse is swallowed because of necessity. Well, I don't think that's true. I think they're still part of a form of necessity that you have, as in you need relationships. You need this kind of interpersonal sort of spiritual nourishment of relationships. Would you really leave your wife or stop going to the pub with your friends for $1,000 a month? You probably just wouldn't get to that point, and you might not. But there are definitely, I think, people who will come after you who will be a lot more sensitive to these things and will consider the being on their own option much more viable than, I guess, sort of someone of my generation would find it, and possibly someone of your generation. I really think that it's going to be destructive to relationships. Like, kids will be abandoning their parents at a much younger age. I can get $1,000 a month to just live in an apartment that costs me $500, and then I've got $500 a month to just spend as I want. Room share with a bunch of other young people and whatnot. Like, I can see this just being a bunch of stoners who deal weed. And like, I can totally see that being the culture fostered, like just a totally enervating force. I think UBI would be. I really detest it, actually. So you detest sports? I don't detest sports. I love playing sports. I just don't watch it because I just find it boring to watch other people play sports. I like playing sports. Do you hate 80s, 90s music too? No, it's when I grew up. The Democrats are going full retard, and it's glorious. Yes, it is. Western governments are doing nothing to contain the coronavirus, not even grounding flights or closing the borders. Yeah, it's really weird, isn't it? Really fucking weird. There's this massive epidemic in China, and everyone's like, shit, look at the fucking videos of like, shouting, screaming, and it's all looking bad. And then They're like, yeah, okay, flights from China are just fine. It's like, but there are loads of quarantined cities. Okay, whatever. Don't worry about it. It's just our health and safety, government. Not your business. They're not foreigners' safety. It's ours. Anyway, look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Give it a lick. Tastes like raisins with the stroke of the mane. It turns into a flame when you tug. God damn it, Basinski. What the fuck is that? I dread to think what you have just made me read. How long till disavowed from Rich Evans? He probably doesn't want to lose frisking funding for his diabetes medicine. Yeah, man. Man, I've been watching Red Letter Media for so many fucking years. I love their stuff. Make a politics of Star Trek video. People demand it. Yeah, but the thing is, I haven't watched Star Trek in quite some time, and there are loads of series that I haven't watched. So if I was going to go with canon, it'd be the original series, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager. It seems that everything after that has kind of missed the point of Star Trek. I mean, maybe the one with what's his face from Quantum Leap. You could say sort of pre-Federation time, so that can probably be accounted for and stuff. But the way that things are portrayed in the other movies that I've seen, I really hate. And I don't care about not the movies, the series. Sorry, I've only watched a little bit of them, but I've hated them all. I just don't like any of it. It just doesn't feel right at all. But yeah, I'd have to spend a lot of time doing it. You know what was really bizarre is that actually Steve Shives is remarkably good at making Star Trek videos. Like his most successful videos, and by far his best videos, are his Star Trek ones. It's so weird. Like, he genuinely good takes on Star Trek. So yeah, bizarre. Is it too soon if I say I want Burko now? What? Thoughts on Virginia? I don't think that the protesters did anything wrong. The problem with letting coronavirus loose is that it's a virus that runs loose, can mutate into something more deadly as it enters contact with fallen humans with different genetic makeups. Yeah. Yeah, it's not good, is it? Coffee is the real freedom drink, Carl. No, it's tea. We know because we oppressed loads of people to make sure we got it. Americans drink it. America is based. Coffee is the base drink. Fight me, Redcoat. I will. I'll be coming to America. I'll fight you then. Try no milk, no sugar, black or peppermint tea. I like milk tea. Does Ilhan Omar still give you the Horn of Africa? Disavow, but yes. Sargon buys the website and truly becomes the CEO of racism. Yeah, tell me about it, right? Like, literally £130,000, but you can just email me at carl@racism.com. I might sell emails. £5. You can buy an email. Your handle at racism.com. That's just that is just inherently funny. Like, what the look on someone's face about racism.com. It's like, yeah, it's my website. Don't worry about it. It's just an email provider. It's just funny. Screw the Quebecois. I'm Quebec. 1/4 frog. German culture. You mean enemies? Oh no, I got that bit. You should look at Peter Singer and the effective altruism movement. It's a gateway for communism. Gateway communism for big-brained rationalists. Great topic for a video. Okay. Yeah, maybe. I'll be in London for Brexit Day. Will you? Yes, I will be. Congratulations on independence. We're giving you Ancient Recitations channel and Love in the Future. You had awesome work there. No, because YouTube demonetized it, and it takes literally days and days and days to create any content for that. So it's just not profitable. I just can't do it. And I hate saying you. I have to pay the bills. I do have to pay bills. So I can't justify spending time. And I've got loads of other projects I'm doing at the moment as well, which is why I've got this free time. Because one of them didn't happen today. But yeah, I've got loads of quite exciting stuff going on, actually. I can't wait till I can actually announce some of it. Our hidden units have been discovered. Read supers. Yeah, I'm doing it. Don't send any more supers as well, by the way, please. Do an event with Danks in Manchester. Yeah, I read that one already. I blame Short Fat Otaku why I'm here watching this. Also, hello. Is he streaming as well? Sorry, I didn't check to see if anyone else was streaming. But your comment with the internet being filled with attention-seeking women, I'm certain of the phrase "tits and get the fuck out" was created entirely to counter it. Basically, it's a thought equivalent of "okay, boomer." Yeah, the problem is a lot of them are like, "Okay, well, here are my tits." It's like, oh, fuck's sake. That's not improving the problem. Does Britain have the Kung flu yet? Not as far as I'm aware. Kung Flu, sponsored by World of Darkness, brought to you by the Flying Mouse Soup expansion. Yeah, man, I am loving our Nazi vampire campaign on Arch Warhammer's channel. Like, they already hate it. They already, I can't, of course, they're all Nazis. They're all Nazis. It's like, why would we pretend to be Nazis if we were Nazis? Why wouldn't we pretend to be something else? Would you ever have a stream with Potholer 54? He's quite an expert in climate science. I feel you'd find more understanding why many are terrified. Honestly, I'm not against the idea, but it's just I don't really have any interest in the subject. I know that sounds awful, but I don't know. It's too much. I can't be bothered. I'd rather talk about something I actually knew about, you know. Enjoyed your content. Enjoyed watching you get more rip. Oh, I've read that one already. But thank you, Sadwigs. Why are this coming up at weird times? Look up Amazing Horse by Weeble Stuff. Okay, everyone should do that. Anyone in chat here got their Cyberfrog comic lately? So have we got a GoFundMe for this site yet? No, not yet. But we it's supposed to be fancy adventure comic, not Comicsgate thing. Just a manual labor guy trying to do something creative. It's my comic. Oh, right, okay. Derek Brinson, go grab his comic, which was Harbingers of Magic. Fun facts: 2010 New York Times article cites a study that says Black Plague originated in China. Just saying. Yeah, but I think that was well known. It obviously came from like the Far East. What's this I hear about Boris wanting more African immigration to the UK? I have no idea. We're going to fat shame you until you lose enough weight to cosplay as your namesake, Sargon of Akkad. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I've heard something about it, like, you know, the headline, but I've not had time to look into it. But Boris was always going to be weak on immigration. He was always going to be weak on it. But at least he could be strong on Brexit, and I think he has been fairly strong. So, but he's a total fucking soft touch when it comes to immigration. But there are options. I mean, we can start doing email writing campaigns when they refuse to do things. Like at the moment, you know, let them get on with Brexit. I don't want to give them too much hassle. You know, I want them to focus on getting that done. But after things have settled down and we're in the new normal, then we will have to start a letter writing campaign to the MPs to get them to actually just reduce immigration. You don't have to do anything about the people here. Just stop bringing in so much. Like 300,000 a year, however much it is, 250,000. It's just too much. It's just too fucking much. People don't want it. I don't want it. It's okay to just not let loads of people. It's okay to just say sorry. We're not receiving any more visa applications. That's it. That's all you have to say. Like, you just have to apply somewhere else. Sorry. Also consider Bernie is too weak to get anything done. He's constantly getting bullied and spat on, yet stays quiet. Corporate Dems will not side with him. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't get anything done, but he would also probably change the tone and tenor of politics in the same way Corbyn did because of his activists. So yeah. Right, I'm gonna fight this battle, and if I lose, I'm gonna go and cry and quit. Which I'm probably gonna lose. Look at this starting position. Holy shit. Okay. It's terrible. I mean, there's just nowhere to go either. Maybe if I try and run up one of the sides. Yeah, okay. Panpipe music. You can play in the background all you want, but I'm fucked.
Quickly now! Sir, my brothers, we stand as the final few. When we fall, there is no one left to pick up our banner.
Rebels doing a documentary on the PR machinery behind Greta, eh?
So we must prevail.
Unironically, that guy's speech was correct. We must prevail. Hello, boys.
Noble riders!
Yeah, alright, calm down.
Proud to act for Germania!
See, I miss the fucking accents from Rome 2, from Rome 1. Like, I don't know why people are like, oh, they've got silly accents. No, those are awesome. Like, give them German accents. I don't care if it's hammy. Like, make it happen, sons bitches. I like the German accents. It's funny. Like, the Greek ones are great, man. Where have I taken one guy from? Here. Yeah, the accents used to be amazing. Oh shit.
Melee fighters ready! Hurrah! Forward! Orders! Round! Noble riders!
Man, I have a lot of problems here. Like, just fucking get over as quickly as possible, lads, before I get fucked up. So, I mean... Oh, man. This is bad. Didn't Red Letter Media be like, by the end of this, you're going to be begging for George Lucas to come back? It's like, well, that was true. Okay, fucking how is this going so badly already? Get out of there. God damn. You're on horseback. Actually move. No, don't go and engage with the next squad. No, just escape. Escape. God, how badly has it gone up here? Pretty badly. Okay, that was a mistake on your part, I think. But yeah, the AI in this is really not that bad either. It's surprisingly responsive to battlefield events. See, you can see them going to engage with guys over here. Don't know how the fuck they got up there so fast. Right, just go get them, boys. Sorry, lads. Looks like you're on your own up here. I can't help. Like, just stop pounding them, I guess. I don't know. Like, you're the ones with the bows. You know what to do with them. I'm just the guy who led you to this terrible impasse. Okay. Go get that guy. Shit. Oh, one of my units of cavalry got caught. Never mind, I have faith in you guys. Spire! They were the tough guys as well. Okay. Shit. Shit. Roll them. Move, motherfuckers! You're meant to not be getting butchered, and loads of you have been butchered. So I'm already disappointed. Oh, come on. Oh, calm the fuck on. Okay, well, I'm glad things are going alright down here. these archers over here, man, I'm just like, oh, good luck, lads. Oh, you can do it now. Oh, come on. Right, everyone, we need to get the hell away from this group of guys that are chasing the cavalry, or what's left of it. Shit. Okay. Yes, we may well be out of arrows, but... Yes, take him out. Good lads, good lads. Let's start getting all of this back under control, shall we? Right, yes, whoever you are. We also need you in the fight. Even if you're about to rout. This is about to collapse horribly. see this going very badly. Just generally, what are you doing back here? Go and kill someone. This is a war. Like, it's an active hot battle. Get and do something. There goes that. Oh god. It's a heroic last stand, lads. We all knew it was going to come to this. I should have been more aggressive in the beginning. But if you guys have enjoyed this, I might do another one of these because I enjoyed this, and I've got so much more about the Swaby that I was going to talk about. I just didn't get through it because of all the super chats. How about a Saga had history on the checker? Bernie voters need an instruction manual. Possibly. Right, I'm just going to call it. Fuck. Felt like I was doing okay. That was pretty bad. Damn it! Right, okay. Next time, I'm not gonna die horribly. But yeah, I've got absolutely loads to go through on this. There's loads and loads of really interesting facts I pulled out of all this stuff. So I went through Tacitus's Germania as well, because I thought I'd be doing this for hours, and it's like all this stuff. But apparently, got killed in less than 2 hours. So never mind. But I've got other saved games where I've got like giant empires. It just wasn't this one. Maybe I'll do the first few turns on my own for streaming next time, so at least I don't die and collapse into myself instantly. Son of a bitch. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining me, everyone. I will see you all later.